Did you know that retirement is not the end? No, it's the beginning of something new. I'm 81 years old now, and I started my YouTube channel at 80 years old last year. I've got over 32,000 subscribers. But I discovered that YouTube isn't about being young or being tech savvy. It's about bringing your unique voice, your experience, and your story. So why not you? Why not now? What's holding you back from starting your YouTube channel? Hi, this is Old Mike, Old Me, Living Better. Welcome to the video. My motto is real simple. If you ain't dead, you ain't done. And I'm not dead, so I'm not done. In this video, I'm going to share with you the mindset that let me reinvent myself at 80 years old. Dr. Riley Moynes, an aging expert, says the most important thing that you can do in retirement is to reinvent yourself. He says when you do that, your purpose returns. Retirees rewire and reinvent themselves, where their wisdom and skills find new meaning. To me, to reinvent yourself means choosing to grow beyond the version of myself, even the one that I might have of myself, that people are used to seeing. It's not about abandoning my past. It's about building on it, reframing it, and allowing it to serve as a foundation for something new. Let me ask you again. Why not you? Why not now? What's holding you back? The number one thing that holds most people back at the retirement age is their mindset. Oh, there might be a few other things, but that's the main thing that I've discovered. For me, I needed 4 mindset shifts to help me reinvent myself and start a YouTube channel. Here's shift number 1. Simplify. Don't overthink it. Oh, my word, I've got a whole video on overthinking. YouTube isn't about making videos. It's about making connections. Can I say that again? YouTube isn't about making videos. It's about making connections. Roy Vaden, author of Take the Stairs, says, you are most powerfully positioned to serve the person you once were. One of the ways that I do this is to get a person in my mind when I'm doing a YouTube video. Right now, I've got an image in my mind of who I'm talking to. I'm not talking to hundreds or thousands of people. I'm talking to one person. A lot of times I put me. I pretend I'm at lunch with myself 10 years ago. I can't tell you how much it really helps to have this in your mind. You have a person you're talking to. Maybe you don't know them, but you create one. And that's the person you're talking to. It's so easy to do it that way. Mind shift number 2, share your collection. That's right, share your collection. Retirement is not starting from zero. It's drawn on a lifetime of skills, experiences, and lessons. In other words, the collection of your entire life, your lived experience, and all of your skills. Here's what I did. At 80 years old, I reinvented myself on YouTube. From a full-time minister to a YouTuber teaching and storytelling the things in my life. I spent 6 years in the Marine Corps, 60 years of marriage, owned 2 different businesses, 50 years as a big wave surfer, surfed all up and down Southern California, and I love to surf. I've been a public speaker for 50 years. I've written articles. I've ghostwritten books. I have 80 years of life experience. If you've made it to retirement age, you've lived a unique life. It's your life, a life of experiences. It's your collection of experiences. And that's what people will crave to hear your unique experience. They're not going to look at a 25-year-old for the kind of experience that you have. Shift number 3 is share your story. In other words, turn your collection, your life collection of experiences and skills into a story. Now, there's a difference between telling a story and storytelling. Here's how this works. Each video is its own story. Now, you may tell individual stories within the video, but each video tells a story. Your video, in its totality, must tell a story. And every single video that you produce tells a story. If you look at my channel, look at my videos, especially the ones where I'm talking about some of my personal experiences, I've got one video I really love. It's called I Am Not a Mistake. It's my adoption story. And within that video, I tell different stories about my adoption, but the entire video is a story of my adoption and being an adopted kid. From the perspective of my birth parents and my adoptive parents, it was a wonderful story. So many great things have come from that YouTube video, people responding to it. Stories connect. They connect emotionally. They build trust faster than anything else. Not just information, but a story. And your story, tell your story in your video. And lastly, mind shift number 4, embrace your age. I really love this. So what I mean by embracing your age is your advantage. I'm going to share with you 5 different creators that have made a huge difference in my life and are making a huge difference on YouTube. They have thousands and thousands of views, and people absolutely love them. Life with Sandra Hart. Oh, I love her channel. She is so delightful, so full of wisdom. She just speaks from the heart on a range of topics. Chit Chat with Granny Pat. Now, Granny Pat's a great illustration because she doesn't have a lot of technical skills. Her thumbnails are not very good. Her titles aren't very good. But she's a wonderful example of a retired person sharing from their heart. People absolutely love her. Robert's active retirement. Robert's a friend of mine now. He's a great YouTube creator. He's got a presence on camera that's infectious. I love watching Robert as he shares his experience in retirement. Really great topics. And then Chandler's retirement life. Robert Chandler, again, another friend of mine. Robert started off just talking about investments and this and that, and he's developed a wonderful channel. I want you to go. I'm going to list in the description all of these channels that I'm mentioning. I want you to go listen to them. I want you to see that it's not about fancy thumbnails. It's not about great microphones and cameras and graphics and B-rolls and animations and things jumping all over the place. You're in the 4th quarter of your life, if you're semi-retired or retired, and you want to get on YouTube, you don't need all of that stuff. Not at all. You don't need it all. And lastly, I would be amiss if I didn't mention who I think is the all-star of retired doing YouTube videos, and that's Lois Baird Rice. I've mentioned her before. She's such a delight. She's 91 years old. That's right, 91 years old. And she started her YouTube channel at 90. And she's, again, no thumbnails. She does shorts all the time. She picks up her iPhone and she's taught that she and her husband, they're going to the grocery store. They're doing this. She sits down in the mornings all the time with a cup of coffee or tea, and she reads from the Bible. But people love her. She's almost got 70,000 subscribers, and she's only been doing it for a little over a year. If somebody who's 90 years old and only been on for a year can do it, why can't you? Of course you can. My motto is, if you ain't dead, you ain't done. Boy, does that ever embody these 5 creators, I guess, and myself together, that when you're retired or semi-retired or thinking about retirement, you need to think in terms of making these 4 mind shifts. Notice that not once in this video have I talked about thumbnails or tiles, cameras or microphones, or any of the technical stuff. And I know that has a tendency to stop a lot of people, especially in the fourth quarter of their life, who may not be really technologically oriented. But I got to tell you, on the tech side, all of those things can be learned. This is so important. They can all be learned. I've learned them. If I can do it, so can you. Another way to put this is that I've earned what I've learned. I've earned what I've learned through 80 years of experience. You can learn how to upload a video in 30 minutes. You can't learn a lifetime experience in 30 minutes. It takes a lifetime to do that. So now it's time to spend a little bit of what you've earned in your life experience. Now, I've been borrowing something from Dan Martell, one of my favorite authors. He's written the book Buy Back Your Time. He's the one that came up with the first time I heard this saying, why not you? Why not now? Why not you? Why not now? You can listen to all of the gurus on YouTube. If you're in the fourth quarter of your life and you're not interested in building a six-figure income and making a business out of it, it's a hobby, maybe a part-time income generator. You don't need all that stuff. No, all of the people that I mentioned, all the creators, they're all monetized. So they're getting some finances from YouTube itself paying them. Maybe they have some other things going on. I don't know. But it's obvious they're not into it for the money. They're not trying to sell things. They're not trying to sell products. They're just sharing from their heart their learned experience in their life. So that's my challenge for you today. Why not you? Why not now? Let me know in the comments below. This is old Mike. You know my motto, of course. I've said it several times. If you ain't dead, you ain't done. I hope to see you on YouTube. I hope that you and I can collaborate together. I've only been on YouTube for 1 year. But at 80 years old, I reinvented myself. I took all of the experience of my life, that which I earned by learning, and I turned it into this channel. I'm pretty excited about it. So this is old Mike, old me living better. I hope to see you on your channel soon, okay? Have a great day.